office, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Like the downstairs and stuff is nice.
Yeah, we come from a mighty long way, man.
Where'd you come from?
We were over there off of Grants Road.
Oh.
Little old shitty office.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it worked for it at the time, you know?
Yeah. Well, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, I know, right? And so that's the type of individuals I want to come here, is that entrepreneurial type of mindset.
Yep.
You know? So tell me a little bit more about yourself, man.
Okay, so I work out a lot. I started working out in like 10th grade. So I do that every single day. I like work out all day, especially since not having a job. That's all I do. I'm big into like just trying to like learn how to invest in stuff. Like they don't teach you that even in business school, which is weird. I'm like, you think they teach you how to like do your taxes or anything useful? So really all they teach you in school is to like be what's the word for it? Always show up. Always like it's proves you're like you're on top of things. And I got my master's degree when I was 21. That's because I worked hard. I was going to become a lawyer, but then I decided not to because that's another that's a lot more school, and I already had went to school for so long, and I'm like, oh God, man. Right. And I was doing like long hours. Like I was waking up at like 6 in the morning. I'm going until 10 at night because I had an LSAT prep course after my classes, and I would get done with my classes at 6, and then I would go for my LSAT from 6 to 10. And I was like, oh my God. And I worked on top of that at like Aeropostale or something, and I made no money. Like I was making like $160 every 6. I don't know how much I was working, but I was not making anything. And like I don't know what was happening with that. I think they were scamming me. And I worked at a lot of those little jobs, and I just want to be at a place where I can put in the hard work, and if I put in the hard work, it's going to get me places. Right. And I just need someone to take an opportunity on me because everyone wants like 20 years of experience. I'm like, I just graduated college. I'm just looking for a job to get started, and if I have to work my way up and not make much money the first year, I'm fine with that. Right. But I want to be able to at least get somewhere in that position.
Right. Okay. Yeah. What do you know about us so far?
Only what you've told me, that you're a real estate, you do stuff with real estate and be doing some kind of type of sales over the phone, basically, and I'm fine with that, and it seems interesting.
Okay, it definitely is interesting. I've been here since 2019. I basically was a partner at a tech company and was burnt out.
Oh, yeah. Working too many hours?
Yes, too many hours with a buddy that I've been known for a long time.
Yeah.
Right? But when I came over here, the reason I came over here is that I want to do something that I have some passion for.
Yeah.
I can do the job, right?
Yeah.
But I wanted to get somewhere where I can grow a real future for the long term, right?
I like that.
So real estate is something I always want to do. You know, school wasn't for me. I went to school for hard knocks. Right?
Yeah.
And it taught me a whole bunch too, right?
Yeah.
I put a lot of hours in that area as well.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so but coming here, I've learned that this is a future-driven company.
You know what's funny is I almost thought about just becoming a real estate agent.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking of doing, but then I'm like, oh, I got to go back to school again. Well, it's not really school, it's class online. And I could do that. And I'm like, do I really want to do that? Because I'm trying to buy a house right now. I'm like, I kind of need money. I don't really want to spend more money when I'm trying to buy a house. So, but I do, that's something that interests me a lot. Right. So, and something that I could get a lot of money in if I do a lot of hard work. So.
Right. Yeah. So basically, the position is this. Okay. So we do a shit ton of marketing, right? We send advertisement to a lot of different people. People that are facing foreclosures, they were handling taxes, they have distressed properties, they've been inherited properties they don't want. You know, these are the type of people that we're talking with on a daily basis. Okay. Our job is to basically talk to the individual, get to know them, make sure they were a good fit for them, right? Find out a little bit more about the property they have, okay? And that's asking those kind of questions. And
I'm good at those.
These people are going through something.
Yeah.
So you want to be in a position always.
You know what? I was just talking to my realtor about that, and she was going, those are the absolute hardest ones because they're going through all this stuff and they're all like upset and they don't even know what they want.
Right.
And yeah, so she said those ones take a long time.
Right. Well, we can close in 30 days or less. Okay. Those, you know, on the contrary, I will be completely honest with you. These are the easiest ones. And I'll tell you what, they want out. Yeah. You know, as opposed to somebody that's looking for a house like you. Right?
Yeah, they'll take their time.
Yeah. You want this, but this has this. That doesn't have what I want.
Yeah.
So it takes time, right? And then when you're going on the retail side of it, it takes 90 days sometimes to close on a house, right? As opposed to us, we're dealing with cash. and it closes in 30 days.
Interesting.
Okay, sometimes a little bit longer depending on how messed up the back title is, okay? So basically, you're talking to people that are actually wanting to sell their house. The key is, how bad do they want to sell?
So basically, you're just calling people that are on like a list of people that are
Don't
selling.
call any list. Actually, they're reaching out to us.
Oh.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they're reaching out.
So
to
how do
us.
we advertise?
We do a lot of different things. Social media.
Okay.
We do, flyers, old school things like that.
Flyers.
That works. Yeah,
Really?
That does work. Because again, our market is 5% of what a realtor's market is. Right? And 9 times out of the 10, you're dealing with individuals who are in the age gap between 50 and 70.
Yeah.
Okay?
Their lives are over, huh?
Yeah. Well, no, I think that their lives are not over.
I know.
But they're at a part of their life that they're not out in the hustle and bustle. They're trying to get to a final stage where they can enjoy their life, right? And so that's what this is our clientele. Okay, so it's about seeing how bad they really want to sell. What I mean by that is that asking these questions to get the price of the sale to us low enough to where we can flip that contract to an investment for $20,000, $30,000, $40,000.
Okay, so we're trying to get the sale at the lowest price?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It sounds harsh, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to think about it right now.
Think about it. So we have an example. I just helped a lady, and when I say help, I mean help. Again, these individuals are in distress situations, right?
Yeah.
So if this lady's in a situation where she just lost her husband, she's behind on taxes.
Yep.
The county is about to either knock down her house, right? Then she's going to owe more, right? Or she sells it, right? And she needs some money to be able to move to go be with family who's going to be able to take care of her.
I gotcha.
Right? So it's a 3-2 home, right? Sits on an acre. It's a little bit outside of the city, right? And so in that market, it's a very slow market. Investors love these type of markets because they're less than an hour outside of the city.
Yeah.
There's no competition. And so we control the contract. So she needed, initially she wanted $50,000 for the whole entire property. Understanding what her needs were, talking with her about our process, really trying to build that rapport and trust with her.
Yeah.
And knowing that what I say, if we can agree to a certain thing, a number, I'm gonna make sure that it happens.
So we want to do it lower so that it can sell faster?
No, we do it lower so you can flip that contract to a investor.
Okay.
So we have the right to actually buy the property.
Okay.
We're actually buying property. Don't get it wrong. We are buying property. But at the end of the day, we have the right to be able to flip that contract to an investor.
Well, right, that makes sense.
Buy it for, I got it for 20, he'll buy it for 40.
Okay, I'm going to buy a house with your money and
That's right. So that 20,000 is the commission and the spread that this company thrives and needs every day, and that's your.
That's interesting. That's interesting. So I got to swindle.
It's not a swindle.
I know. It's
not a swindle, and I'll tell you this. They will not be able to sell this house traditionally.
Yeah.
They can't sell it to a realtor because a realtor doesn't have a buyer that will be able to go into the house and fix it up. These homes need to be updated.
Right.
And you're talking about properties that are.
I've seen some.
Yeah.
Trust me.
And so you're going to need $30,000-$40,000 to be able to put into the house, right?
Yeah.
So there's not a.
That makes a lot of sense.
Right. So we actually there is a need.
So all we're doing is selling it to investors, buying at the cheapest price because it needs to be all fixed up, and then selling to an investor. That makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
So okay, and then we're just trying to get the build rapport so they will come with us instead of a different person, or just get foreclosed on. Makes sense.
Yeah.
We got it all now.
So you tell me. So what is this something that you feel that you
that
would like
sounds
to dominate?
interesting. Like I like that a lot.
I'm digging your energy, and this is the type of. I want to put a team together here.
Yeah.
That has some youth, a little bit old school in it, because I got a guy in there that's 67, but he's a beast, right? And I want to be able to tackle the United States and buy property and make this company a very, very successful.
And you're just kind of starting out almost yourself too, right?
Well, I've been here for over 5 years.
Oh, okay. So even that just starting is almost just starting out in a business. So
in real estate, it takes some time to be able to
Yeah.
at least where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to be a help to all the team members. I want to be able to be there to get you guys where you want to be.
That's definitely interesting. I like it a lot because that seems like that seems like a pretty fun to do almost. Yeah. Like I like talking to people a lot, and it seems I would just be calling people, right?
Yes.
And okay,
they'll be actually expecting your call.
Yeah, so that would I like that idea a lot. What's a pay like? Is it commission plus base pay?
It is a hourly plus commission that you'll talk to the owner personally about.
Okay.
As far as hourly, but it's a 9 to 5. Okay. And we're pretty hardcore on that 9 to 5 thing. We like people to be here on time.
So how come you wouldn't be able to work from home just with like phone calls and stuff?
Well, because there are a lot of meetings. We train twice a week.
Gotcha.
You know, there are things that come up with different properties for the seller that needs to be a hands-on type of approach to it, and that's why we won't do at home.
Okay, that makes sense then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I was just wondering like why if it's all phone calls, but that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, and again, you know, it's a cohesiveness that we're trying to put together.
Right, building a team.
Think of it like a football team, right?
Yeah. Well, that was another reason I wanted a job because I wanted to make friends and stuff like that. Because I just moved to Texas myself, so I don't really know too many people, kind of all alone. So I like wanted to meet new people, make friends, so be able to go out or something.
Yeah. So with that being said, only other thing that I want to make sure that to dive in here is that we have a core value system here. Draco does mean something: dependability, relentless pursuit, accountability, celebrating success, yearn to learn, being optimistic. So those are the things that our core value, this company is built on.
Yeah.
So what does dependability, mean to you?
Well, I'm like the most dependable person. I've never skipped a single class, all of elementary through college. I've never missed one, and that is depressing to think about, I think. So I'm the most dependable person if I'm going to be there. The only reason I was late today is because I legitimately thought you guys just didn't want me for the interview. So because I called you guys twice, and then I texted you, and then I texted her, and I was like, oh, okay, so I guess they just don't want me.
No. On Mondays, and I should have let you know this. On Mondays, we do our level 10 meeting, which lasts sometimes from 9:30 to 11. Sometimes we go over because we have pressing issues that we talk about, and that's the whole team.
Yeah, and I texted yesterday, but I know Sunday is not going to respond, obviously. So that's why I texted this morning. I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird if they're not going to respond to me. I'm like, this could be like a sketchy. They might kidnap me or something. I was like, oh, that's good. I'm like, no, I knew they would. Trust me, I'm like the best judge of character too. Like, I saw like the building we were at and the place we were at. I was like, no, nothing ever is gonna happen here. But I have the mentality of just like never giving up because I've had like a lot of kind of hard times in my life. Just like I've been like mentally and physically abused by my family my entire life, and that's why I got away from them. I'll never talk to them again. They live in New York. Bullied my entire life since like elementary school. Maybe you wouldn't think that now, like seeing me, but like I used to get bullied every single day. So every day I would just like try to get through the day and just never give up. Like I'm gonna get better, and the way to like. I never thought about like going back to like kill the bullies or anything. I always thought about like I'm gonna be successful and that's how I'm gonna get back and they're gonna see my life and it's gonna be so good. And I've done like pretty good in my life. I'm buying a house at 25. That's decent. Like it's not terrible. I got my master's.
That's really great.
Yeah.
Most people, and you'll find out, most people are not buying houses
until
50.
I know.
60 years.
And that's why I'm like. It's going to take me that long. I'm like, if I'm going to be 50, then my life's all like gone already. I'm not going to I'm not going to live in an apartment and waste my money and like do that. Like that's like the next step to like buying a house, like getting a wife, like or whatever. And I want to be able to impress somebody, be like, yeah, I have all my life together, and I do already have my life together. Like I've never drank or done drugs. I've never had a sip of alcohol. Like I'm very like clear-headed and decisive and like intelligent. It's just like I need like an opportunity, and it seems like no opportunities come by anymore. Even when you put yourself out there, I've even went around to businesses, and even like $10 an hour jobs, and I apply. I go in there. I apply to them online. I go in there and visit them, and they're like, "Go apply online." I'm like, I came in like I show an initiative, and I'm like, "Can I get something back?"
And I'll tell you right now. I've been in the corporate world. I've been in a sales room full of sharks. Right.
Yeah.
I like your energy. I like you. I think that you're a smart guy.
Yeah.
I want to tell the owner that you have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, I did it for a reason. I said it for a reason because you are many that sat in that seat.
It's a complete difference when I'm on YouTube and I can talk about anything I want and be as weird as I want to real life when I can be slightly normal.
I think you need to have that. People need to be able to have that platform, right?
Yeah.
So this is my platform. You know, which is, I think that it's all the same language.
And I'm great at social media. Like, I built all my things up on Twitch. I had Twitch, and I had over 100,000 followers. And I was making, I would have never needed to work again if I didn't get banned. The first year, I was already making $100,000. And that's in like 6 months. And then I got banned within 8 months because of the most ridiculous thing ever. Like, so if you know how PayPal works, you get donations, and then... So this guy was donating to me, and then he was refunding the donations. And if you know what happens with that is PayPal takes an initial cut of every donation that you get. So he was donating me like $100, and PayPal takes 10 of that. So every time he was doing that, he was refunding it. He was getting the full 100 back, and PayPal was still taking the $10 from me. So he did that like 50 times. So I lost like $1,000. So I reported for him for that on stream, and since I used his name, that was considered doxing, and I got permanently banned. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, even PayPal agreed with me. PayPal was like, no, he can't be doing this. But Twitch is just a menace. Like, they don't care. Like, people, and I'm making them, by the way, I'm making Twitch like $5,000 a month for free. They get they take 50% of my money. So I'm making them $5,000 for free, and they don't care if they ban me. That's crazy. I don't know. So that's why I got banned from that. And if I ever got back on Twitch, I would never need to work, you know?
Wow. Okay.
I don't know.
Well, you know, look, let me ask you this. You know, obviously, you bring a lot of tools to the game, right? What's your biggest motivator?
My biggest motivator is I just want to be successful in life and live a happy life. I want purpose. Like, I want to be able to wake up every day and say I have a purpose. And the girl I talk to, she's like, she wakes up every day and she's a workaholic. Like, she's going for like 16 hours a day and has no time to even talk to me. I don't think that's healthy at all. Like, there's something sketchy going on there. I don't trust her one bit. Like, there's no way you work that much. And she's like going on trips and stuff. I'm like, I don't know. But I'm like, I want to be like that, so I don't even have to think about her, you know? If I'm at work all day, I don't even have to think about you. Then you'll come to me, you know? Stuff like that. And just like have purpose and like be able to wake up every day, be happy, go to a job, like, even like, especially a job I can build my life at. Right. So especially a job where you seem like you want to like make a real, like, this is a real job, like this is your life. And, like, so that's important to me too. So
do you think you'll be willing to come on board if you were offered a position?
Yeah, I think so.
Is this a long-term thing for you? Or is this...
Well, I'm going to be living here for forever. So. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Look, I think I've seen enough, you know, out of you, right? I think that you do have the skills that I would like to have on the team. So here's what I'm going to do. I still have some interviews going on.
You cancel those interviews.
So I like that. So, but they're tomorrow, and that'll be my final for the first half of this. Okay, everything is ramping up. Okay, we plan on taking over this whole floor. Okay.
So do I have my own office, or it's just like outside? It's just be outside, right?
You'll see those guys in there, so you'll be out there.
Right.
On the floor, okay. But I will tell you this. I'm gonna get back with you, and I'm gonna bring you in for another interview with me.
Sounds good.
So you just hang in there. Let me work my work, and then I'll get back with you.
Awesome. That sounds good. Nice meeting you.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, do I have to wear a suit?
Man,
I didn't think so.
You're good.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't know. I was like, oh, you seem like really chill on the phone, so I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, if I have to wear a suit.
No, you're good.
All right, cool, awesome. Nice meeting you. Well, that's what's called getting the job, motherfucker.